So hello and welcome to another episode of Bloke Gaming. Today we are on Next Island, and what I'm going to do today is just talk a little bit about depositing. So if you want to deposit into the game, there's basically several ways to do it. If you're brand new or you haven't done the starter pack before, what you probably want to do is get the starter pack. So let me just refresh this. Why is it not coming up? So the starter pack, I had this loaded. So the starter pack will give you armor and guns and everything else. But mainly once you get into the game, there's several ways to depot. And the first way is to get Strongboxes with keys, or just keys if you have Strongboxes from one of the Mayhem events or Summer Migration. Following that, you have the ammo pack, and following that you just have a straight PED deposit. So what I'm going to talk about is, firstly, if you do a straight PED deposit, you can see here 60, 30, 10. So say you did $100, you would actually get what's that, 30 PED off, which is 5%. So if you just straight deposit, you lose 5%. Okay, so that's the first thing you got to think about. If you do a straight PED deposit, you're going to lose 5%. If you go for the ammo value pack, so you get 100 USD, so you're going to end up with 100 PED worth of ammo, plus you get 50 HDNA pills, which allow you to res on the spot, plus you get 20 auto loot pills, which you can actually sell for 10 PED. So actually, if you buy the ammo pack, you're getting 110 PED worth of value, plus whatever you can get for the HDNA, which don't sell for that much, quite honestly. So you just look at it, it's like 110 PED value. And if you go for straight PED, you're only getting, what's it going to be, about 950 PED, whereas this is going to be 1010 PEDs worth. Okay, so already this is the best value. Now the wild card is the Strongbox with keys, because the Strongbox with keys should give you 1000 PED worth of value, but sometimes you're going to get pets which are not worth anything, and sometimes you're going to get amps and things which are worth more. So personally, I typically don't roll the dice. Usually I go with the ammo pack, but in the interest of having a little bit of fun, what I actually did earlier was I bought myself 100 strong boxes with keys. I haven't done any of the mayhem, so I don't have any spare boxes kicking around. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop 100 of these, and then we're going to take a look at what we ended up with. Let me just go in here and throw all this into the... We're going to take a look at what we ended up with, and what kind of value we got for our money. Let me just throw these in here. As you can see, I've got a whole bunch of bits and pieces that I keep on Next Island. Right, so let's have a look and see what we get. By the way, if you do come to Next Island Helper is awesome. It's an incredible website. So I'm going to unlock these and we're going to see what we end up with. So let's go ahead and pop some boxes. So what we get in the first one, we get a pill and we get ammo. So this pill, that's 50, so that's 0.5. So this, hopefully the Neurostim Y should be worth 0.5 PED. So we got 100 of ammo, and we keep going. 100 ammo. So the ammo is obviously the most common, as you can see. We are going to have to stack that when we get back. What we got there, we got an A1 and we got some ammo. So the other thing you can do is if you buy without the game open, you see here we dropped 100 to get the pet, and the pet's worth basically nothing. Sorry, my cat's just walking across my other keyboard. So we'll go again. We'll keep going. I'm probably not going to do the whole lot of these, so I will go ahead and pause the video in a second whilst I go ahead and pop the rest of these boxes. So you can see this is the experience. Open next. So I'm just going to stop for a second. So here 9.8. So got a couple of A1s. So I'm just going to stop for a second and take a look at these. So 0.1, 0.1, 0.2, and 0.2, and then this one was worth 5 ped, you see. So you can actually sell these straight into the TT terminal, or you can try and sell them. These ones can't be traded. Some of them can be traded. If you don't want them, you can't TT them. But what you can do is you can throw them into your you can throw them into your refiner, and they will come back as TT worth of things. So let me just show you what I mean. So let me just open that up. So if I refine skill gain by 10% for an hour, I've got a bunch of those, I think. 10% for an hour. So let me just throw these in here. What's that? 10% for an hour, 10% for an hour. So if I refine these 6 pills, it will refine it to 600 ammo, you see. So it will actually replace what I thought. And this one, will this one allow me to refine? Yeah, so it refines to 50,000 ammo. So you can actually refine the items or refine the pills into ammo. So you're not losing too much. You're really only losing if you do hit on the pet or the pet tags or things like that. So I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm going to go ahead and pop the rest of these pills, and then we can take a look at what we have. So just dropping back in for a second. One of the other things you can get is fireworks. But again, I think you can just straight sell them. I'll check in when we get to the end of the video. So I just wanted to show you some fireworks. Yeah, there you go, some pet name tags. Don't really want to hit on those. We're really looking for, resellable pills and value pills and value amps. They're really what we're looking for. I don't know whether you can get value amps in here. Actually, let me just pull this across again. Where was the... whoops. So where's the web shop? Okay, so web shop is here. Yes, there are the armors. So we got Strongboxes. So we'll just go and have a quick look in here. So basically the straight classified, just the straight classified long boxes. Obviously you can get different rings, pills, pets, miscellaneous items. So really it's really just the you're really trying to hope to get a ring, which, yeah, not the most exciting. You can get a dog legendary. Okay. I did get a couple of pets. Let me just take a quick look and see what we've hit so far. Okay, just have a quick look and see what we hit so far. We've hit kitty, view information, details, uncommon, fine, kitty, both of those are going to be common. So yeah, not the most exciting. Let me just stack all these up. What have we got so far? 3.5. So these ones will actually resell. No, they don't have market prices on them, but you might get a little bit more for these from vendors, or I mean, you can obviously use them yourself, but they're worth a little bit more. So you might get a little bit more for them than your regular like 1 ped per. But anyway, we'll come back at the end and we'll check again. So bear with me a second. Okay, so we're coming towards the end now. That's the other thing with opening a whole ton of boxes. It takes forever. So yeah, I mean, I guess it depends if you like the idea of opening boxes like this. You can actually, if you buy with your browser closed, you can actually choose to buy like 100 boxes and have them automatically opened and in your in your inventory when you log in. I've actually never done it that way yet, but I may try it next time because honestly, this is hard work. I think it's more fun when you're doing it. Yeah, it's more fun when you're doing it with like the mayhem boxes. So I'm going to merge all stacks, and then we can take a look at what we got. So 10 name tags, no value, pretty much useless. 50, 0.3, 56, 59, 69, 71, 71, 75. So basically just under 76 there. We got 10 name tags, which are pretty much no good. We got a bunch of kind of useless pets. We also got a bunch of 960. So the 1.97, maybe a little bit more, was already there. So 960, and then plus this. That would have been 900. Anyway, it's going to come out at about 1,000, and then really what it comes down to is whether or not you can either sell these or reuse them. But what I am going to do though, just to show you again, is if you actually use your refiner. So yeah, the 10% for 1 hour, I've got really no use for those, but they're not really worth anything anyway. These ones, run speed, regeneration, and health. I am probably not going to use those, so let me just throw these in here. Refine, and obviously it costs decay to refine, but it actually goes ahead and gives me more universal ammo. So you're not necessarily losing out on much. These ones I will probably go and check how much I can get for them on the open market. And then auto loot pills, again, me personally, I don't use those. I'd prefer to keep the ped. But anyway, that's it. I've opened 100 boxes, got very little from it. So really it just comes down to whether you want the hassle of trying to resell some of these, or whether you actually want the benefit of some of these, because some of them are not bad. Some of them are not bad pills. Regen 200% for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, not very long. It's barely worth it. But I know some people use these for mayhem and for hunting bigger things. So yeah, really down to you how you want to depot. I usually just, as I said, when I'm in here and depoting, what I'm usually doing is buying this, because you're guaranteed effectively, sorry, not this, this one, because you're guaranteed basically 110, so 1010 ped. So it's a little bit better than you would get if you do anything else. So that's it. Enjoy. If you do your depot, good luck. If you are opening strong boxes, good luck. Hope you get a ring, and I will see you in a video soon. Thanks, and have a great evening. Bye bye.